Oh yeah, look at my PlayStation profile, people. Level 20, woo! Oh yeah! Hashtag life wasted. So, hello everyone, my name is David and welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is my weekly Sunday vlog for March 15, 2015, where I give you guys my thoughts and reviews on the various things I finished this past week. So if I finish watching a movie, playing a video game, listening to a music album or a book, or finish my meal at a new restaurant or whatever, this is a video where I tell you guys what I think about them, okay? So let's get started. I'll be honest with you, I didn't finish any movies this past week. I didn't watch any movies, but I did finish watching an anime. I guess from now on I'm going to talk about the animes in the Sunday vlogs. I will get back to, like, you know, doing its own video once the Pokemon card collection is done, you know? There's only like 2 videos left, by the way. I'm probably going to upload the next one this week. But this past week I finished reading, I finished watching an anime. I've watched tons of them in the past few months, by the way. But since I just finished watching this one and it's still fresh in my mind, let's go ahead and talk about this one in particular. Red Garden is from 2006. It's kind of a psychological, sci-fi, supernatural horror type show, okay? So it says right there, would you kill to get your life back? These girls are dead, alright? They're pretty much like zombies. There's 4 of them. And pretty much before they can cross over or even just maintain their lives, they have to keep doing these secret killing assassin type missions for this secret society. There's 2 secret societies, by the way, and it's like stealing each other's bodies and memories and stuff like that. And these girls have to, you know, kill what looks like regular people, but they like burst open and start, you know, growling with fangs and stuff like that, and their eyes starts glowing or whatever, and you know, they just have to attack them. Meanwhile, they're still, you know, trying to keep their lives straight. You know, they have you know, they're dating, they have jobs, they go to school and stuff like that. But on the side, you know, every time a butterfly shows up, you know, they have to go on these little missions. You know, they have to attack someone. I thought it was really interesting. I thought the show really dragged on a little bit, though. I thought it was a little too long. A lot of filler type episodes also. But I thought it was good character development at the same time, so I don't know. So, it's a good show. If it was a little shorter, maybe, this is like 20-something episodes, by the way. And you know, I liked it. It's funny because this particular DVD is a complete series plus the OVA. The OVA was I thought more interesting than the actual series. So it's like a 45-minute little short film with the same characters. It takes place in the future, you know. But I thought that was much more interesting because it has like mech fighting and stuff like that, instead of, you know, they're in the regular show, the regular series, they're just fighting with their bare hands, you know, and with the baseball bats or whatever. I mean, they do have some powers, like they can jump high and stuff like that, but that was pretty much it. Hello? Okay. Bye. Either I stop the video right now or just kind of keep going. So here it is. So that's Red Garden, okay? Pretty much Neon Paint Garden, maybe a better name, because, you know, later on in the show they actually show you what the garden is, and it was red, was more pink than red. Anyway, I'm working on Space Dandy right now, so next week maybe I'll make its own video. I don't know, but I'm currently watching this show. I'm like halfway through the show already. All right, so I'll give you my thoughts on this next week. The video games I completed this past week, I finished like 5, although some of them I've already started, and then for some reason I would, you know, stop playing them. Maybe my friend had it and I watched the ending when he was playing, or it was a co-op game and I only bought it so I can play co-op with my friends online or whatever, and then I saw the ending in some other way and then I just stopped playing myself. So I was like, okay, I need to get these trophies and I need to get the ending for myself, you know, I want to play them for myself. So Lollipop Chainsaw and Resident Evil 6, I played these games before, alright? But I actually finally finished them for myself. I didn't, you know, go over to a friend's house and then played it with them there in co-op or whatever. I just saw the ending online or whatever. I actually beat these games officially now, okay? And as you know, this past week, last week, I finished Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I decided to say, hey, I got all these other PlayStation games, these Assassin's Creed games on PlayStation also. I might as well play those also. So I finished the Ezio trilogy. Okay, particularly Brotherhood and Revelations. Okay, I played Revelations, Brotherhood, Okay, here's the order I played them. I played Revelations first, and then I played Assassin's Creed 3, and then I finished Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It was spring break, by the way. So I finished these guys. I spent all day playing these games, and I finished all 3 of them. Just the main storyline. I didn't do any side content whatsoever. And besides, I played this on PS3. If you guys have been on my YouTube for a while, you know my PlayStation 3 is a little wonky. Like it freezes up and stuff like that. But I noticed a few things that new kind of fixes is that if I stay offline, like I don't log into PSN, the PlayStation actually stays on a little longer, maybe like 20, 45 minutes tops, okay? So I played Revelations, I probably froze like probably 30, 40 times throughout the entire playthrough. Brotherhood didn't freeze at all. Brotherhood, I played through it, I probably froze like 2 times, but it's like completely different things, okay? Too much stuff loading at once or whatever. But if you have the Ezio trilogy for PlayStation, it actually installs the game onto your hard drive, Brotherhood. Okay, so you don't need to play Brotherhood from the disc. You do need a disc to play it, but they pretty much install the entire game onto your hard drive. I think that's one of the reasons why it didn't freeze. But Revelations, oh my gosh, I can't believe I finished the game. The amount of freezing and crashes that I experienced, it was pretty stressful. I must be one of the most patient, most tolerant people in the world because I actually managed to get through Assassin's Creed Revelations on my PS3 because it froze and crashes so many times. Assassin's Creed 3, out of all the games, I thought Brotherhood was my favorite, okay? But Assassin's Creed 3, I didn't think it was that bad. I actually really enjoyed it. I read a lot of reviews and stuff like that, and people were like, you know, like panning the game, saying how horrible it is, how much of a departure it is from the rest of the Assassin's Creed series. I didn't think it was that bad. I actually thought it was really interesting, okay? The only thing I can really complain about is that the beginning of it, the intro, was pretty much 6 sequences. In the game, they have sequences, also known as chapters in the game, for the story mode. It dragged on way too long. You're not actually, like, if you played the game, you know that it wasn't until 6 hours in the game, like 5 to 6 hours into the game, when you're finally in the hood, you know, when you finally have your weapons and stuff like that, when you're in the assassin suit, you know. Before that, it's all like tutorials and intro and backstory. It was crazy, man. I was like, when the heck is the game going to start, you know? So pretty much 6 hours in the game, well, for me anyway, it was like 6 hours, until you finally get into the assassin outfit. So if you played the game, you know, okay, it wasn't until it was like sequence 6 until you finally get into that particular outfit, you know? You're finally the assassin, you know, with the hood and all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So, okay, let's do the Q&A as we usually do at the end of the video, and then we'll just wrap it up from there, okay? My dad just called me and said, we gotta go, so, here it is. Let me load it up real quick. Where is it? Oh, the vlog. Here it is. It doesn't have my picture, like usual. It's kind of funny because a dozen people in the last video said, David, go back to your original format. We don't want to see gameplay during your Sunday vlogs. We want to see you talk, you know, and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, fine. Let's do that from now on. But pretty much all these comments I see here are all about, David, go back to your regular vlog format. You know, I don't want to see you do this gameplay stuff during your vlogs. So, Kenny Gel, you know, who's been watching me on stream a lot. Although I haven't streamed this past week because I've been playing on my PS3 and Xbox 360, you know. What are your least favorite games on Xbox 360 and PS4? Let's do PS4, okay? Out of all the games I played so far, the least favorite would probably be Putty Squad. Or maybe FIFA. But those 2 games, they're alright, you know, I played them, but I'm not getting my full enjoyment out of them, okay? For the Q&A, Jesse Johns asked me, so you like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone more? I actually like Sylvester Stallone more. I think he's well, I like Arnold too. You know, he's been in a lot of great movies that I like, but, you know, movies like Rocky and Rambo, you know, they have a lot of, like, morals and stuff like that, and I love his acting too, so I would say Sylvester Stallone out of those 2. Spurs19 asks, what is your favorite shot and or cocktail? Does pina coladas count? I like pina coladas. Every time I go to a new restaurant, they actually have pina coladas. I always order pina coladas, okay? Tyler White asks, who's your favorite superhero? It's actually Batman. He asked me other questions too, but we're going to save that for another video, okay? We got to get through this video quick. Marvel or DC? This is from Jesus Delgado. If only one existed, which one would you choose? I like DC more. I don't know, but the whole Justice League and the whole, like, yeah, sure, there's like Ultimate Alliance, the Avengers and stuff like that on the Marvel side, but to me, I grew up watching DC. The Batman animated series, the 1960s show was on when I was a little kid. Also, well, you know, reruns. And I just enjoyed it more, you know? When I was born, the Superman Christopher Reeve movies were out, and I watched that more. At the time, there was not a lot of Marvel. I mean, there was the Marvel X-Men show and the Spider-Man show on Fox when I was a little kid, but that was pretty much it. I was more exposed to Justice League Unlimited, the Superman animated series, Batman, so on, you know? DJ Fritch, do you like Dragon Ball Z? If so, are you going to get Xenoverse? I watched Dragon Ball Z with my friends, but I don't think Xenoverse is really my type of game. Every single Dragon Ball game that I played, I just didn't enjoy it very much. But my family loves it, you know, so I buy some games here and there, and I would play like, you know, when my tournaments when my cousins come over. There's a video from, I believe it's like Lunar New Year 2011 or something like that. You can see a tournament of me at the Dragon Ball Z with my cousins, playing Dragon Ball Z on the PlayStation 2. Red Jumper Gaming, are you going to sell your PS3, David? I might as well, considering how much stress I went through just playing Assassin's Creed Revelations. Brotherhood, like I said, it installed the game onto the hard drive. I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't freeze so much. But Revelations, oh my gosh. I loved story, by the way. I love Ezio, but I don't know. It's just wasn't that great of experience because seeing as it's frozen so much, you know. But I pushed through. I suffered through all that stress. Awesome Player 697 asks, "What's your favorite restaurant?" It's BG Bolton's here in Wichita, Kansas. It's closed now, unfortunately, but it's like a sports bar. The cool thing about it is that I had PS2s at the tables you can play. At the time, PS2 was a big thing, but it's gone now, and I don't know what to do. So, Disco Spider asks, "What's your favorite Cartoon Network show?" Justice League, I guess. I don't really watch a lot of Cartoon Network, but I guess that one maybe. Yeah, I would say Justice League or the Clone Wars. When it comes to Cartoon Network, that's all the shows I really watch on Cartoon Network. Okay. Besides Bugs Bunny or whatever. Alright, so I think that's it for the Sunday vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week, okay, with my review of Space Dandy, maybe a couple movies. I actually do have a couple already lined up for, because I'm going to work tonight, and I tend to just sit there and watch TV. And I'm sure I'm going to watch some movie during that time, okay. So thank you for watching. I'll stream something. I know, like, this past week I haven't done any streaming on Twitch. I'm going to do something this week, okay. So, talk to you guys later. Bye.